Ever wondered how much influence the media wields in shaping our political beliefs? Imagine a day in your life. You wake up, grab a cup of coffee, and more often than not, your first instinct is to check your phone for the latest news updates. As you scroll through your feed, you're not just catching up on the happenings around the world, you're also being subtly influenced by the media narratives that shape your understanding of these events. The media, in its various forms, is not just a source of information. It's a powerful tool that can shape our perceptions, beliefs, and ultimately, our actions. And nowhere is this more evident than in the realm of politics. Think about it. How do we form our political opinions? While personal experiences and conversations do play a part, it's often the media that provides us with the necessary information to build these beliefs. The stories we read, the headlines we see, the sound bites we hear, they all contribute to our understanding of political issues. But it's not just about informing. The media also plays a role in shaping public opinion. Through its framing of issues, choice of stories, and even the language used, the media can subtly guide our thoughts and opinions in certain directions. This is especially crucial during election seasons when the media becomes a battleground for political propaganda. From campaign promises to scandalous revelations, every piece of news is carefully crafted to sway voters. And with the rise of social media, this influence has only grown. Today, a tweet can spark a political controversy. A viral video can make or break a campaign, and a trending hashtag can mobilize thousands in support of a cause. But with this immense power comes immense responsibility. The media can either enlighten us or mislead us. It can either encourage informed decision-making or sow discord and polarization. The media's influence is indeed vast, but how can we navigate this information maze? As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll uncover the importance of media literacy in politics and provide tips on how to be a discerning consumer of political news. Stay tuned as we unravel the power of media in politics. Remember the 2016 US presidential election? A pivotal time in American history, it was an event where the power of media in politics was on full display. The media landscape, composed of traditional outlets and digital platforms, played an instrumental role in shaping public opinion and molding the narrative of the election. In this whirlwind of information, social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter became major players. They were not just platforms for dissemination of information, but also the battlegrounds for ideological wars. They became the echo chambers where opinions were formed, reinforced, and spread at an unprecedented rate. The rapid dissemination of information, unfortunately, was not always coupled with accuracy. Misinformation, half-truths, and outright lies became as viral as the truth, if not more. This was the era of fake news, a term that became a buzzword during and after the election. False narratives and conspiracy theories found a home in the digital world, spreading like wildfire and muddying the waters of political discourse. The chaos that ensued was not just a byproduct of the information overload, but also a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities in our digital communication systems. In this scenario, the importance of media literacy cannot be overstated. It was, and still is, a crucial skill that every citizen needs to navigate the complex and often misleading media landscape. The ability to critically evaluate the source of information, understand the context, and discern fact from fiction is paramount in making informed decisions, especially when it comes to casting a vote. The 2016 US presidential election was a wake-up call for many. It exposed the strengths and weaknesses of media in politics, highlighted the potential dangers of misinformation, and underscored the need for media literacy. It was a vivid display of the double-edged sword that is modern media, a tool that can empower and enlighten, but can also mislead and manipulate. The 2016 election serves as a stark reminder of the power and potential pitfalls of media in politics. It shows us why media literacy is more important now than ever before. So what is media literacy, and why is it important in politics? Let's start by defining media literacy. In its simplest form, media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create media. It's an essential skill in the digital age where information is just a click away. It's about understanding the role of media in society and using this knowledge to become a more critical and informed consumer of news and information. Now, why is it important in politics? Well, media literacy is the first line of defense against misinformation. In a world where fake news can spread faster than the truth, being media literate means you can discern fact from fiction. This is particularly crucial in politics, where the dissemination of accurate information is vital to the functioning of democracies. Media literacy also empowers individuals to engage actively in political processes. It enables us to understand the messages that political parties and candidates are trying to convey, and to evaluate the credibility of these messages. This understanding is key to making informed decisions about who to vote for, or what policies to support. Furthermore, media literacy helps foster a more inclusive and democratic society. It encourages citizens to question and challenge the media narratives that shape our understanding of the world. It pushes us to seek out diverse perspectives and to engage in open dialogue about the issues that matter most to us. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with information, media literacy is our compass. It helps us navigate the complex media landscape, understand the messages we receive, and make sense of the world around us. It enables us to separate the noise from the news, the spin from the substance, and the propaganda from the policy. So, you see, media literacy is not just an essential skill. It's a fundamental part of being an active and informed citizen in today's digital age. It empowers us to engage in democratic processes, make informed decisions, and challenge the status quo. Media literacy is not just a skill, but a necessity in our information-saturated world. How can we improve our media literacy? That's a question we should all be asking ourselves. Here are some tips to help you navigate the information overload. Firstly, cross-check your information. In the age of fast-paced news cycles and social media, it's easy to get caught up in the frenzy. But before you share that interesting article or shocking headline, take a moment to verify. There's no harm in being a little skeptical. Look for the same news from multiple reliable sources. If you can't find it, it's probably not true. Secondly, understand the source's credibility. Not all news sources are created equal. Some have a long history of journalistic integrity, others not so much. Research the source, find out about their reputation, and check their track record. If a source is known for sensationalism or has a history of misinformation, it's best to approach with caution. Thirdly, recognize biases. Everyone has biases, including news outlets. Some are more transparent about their leanings than others. It's important to be aware of these biases when consuming their content. Be critical of the information being presented to you. Ask yourself, is this fact or opinion? Is there another side to this story? Lastly, seek diverse viewpoints. It's easy to live in a bubble, especially with algorithms feeding us content based on our likes and dislikes. But it's important to step out of that comfort zone sometimes. Read news from different perspectives, even if they challenge your beliefs. It helps you get a more holistic understanding of issues. Remember, media literacy isn't just about identifying fake news. It's about understanding how media works, how it can influence us, and how we can use it responsibly. It's about being an active participant in our democracy, rather than a passive consumer of information. Improving media literacy is a continuous process, but it's one worth investing in. Because in the end, an informed citizenry is the backbone of a functioning democracy. In a world where information is just a click away, media literacy is more important than ever. In this digital age, we've journeyed together through the power of media in politics, the pivotal role it played in the 2016 US presidential election, and the undeniable importance of media literacy. We've also shared some practical tips to improve and nurture this essential skill. Media, especially in politics, is a double-edged sword. It can enlighten us about the world around us, bring pressing issues to the forefront, and shape our understanding of complex socio-political narratives. Yet it can also mislead, misinform, and manipulate public opinion, often sparking controversies and fueling polarization. The 2016 US presidential election was a prime example of this dichotomy. It showcased how media can swing public sentiment and influence voter behavior for better or worse. This underscores the need for each of us to be media literate, to discern fact from fiction, to recognize biases, and to question the source of our information. Media literacy is not a luxury in today's interconnected world. It's a necessity. It's a safeguard against misinformation and a tool to navigate the information overload we often find ourselves drowning in. It equips us to critically analyze media messages, to understand the intent behind them, and to make informed decisions based on our understanding. Improving media literacy is an ongoing process. It requires us to be vigilant, to be curious, and to be critical. It calls for us to question, to research, and to engage in thoughtful dialogue. It's about fostering a culture of skepticism without cynicism, of questioning without dismissing, and of understanding without assuming. In the realm of politics, Media literacy is not an option, it's a responsibility. It's a commitment to ourselves, to our communities, and to the democratic values we hold dear. Remember, in the world of politics, media literacy is not just an asset, it's a necessity. Stay informed, stay critical, and stay engaged.